Hey guys, Token Vaping, Polito Pacific Vapes. Today's flavor review is going to be part one of a two-part. I just want to make sure that I devote the proper attention and um, information about this company. The cool thing about this company is that they are local for me. They're actually based right around the corner from my boss and I. So it was a really good opportunity for us to check them out and sample out their line as well. Great couple of guys that I've gotten the chance to meet and the privilege to get to talk to a little bit. The owner, operator, main guy behind it, I believe, is Eric Cox, and Jason is his main sales rep manager, who goes out and does a lot of the touching base with stores and shops and everything else like that. The name of the company is called One Eyed Leo, and this is their bottle. It is a really cool packaging, presentation, everything. If you've ever had the chance to see them in person or check out their advertising material, it is really impressive. They allowed us to use a light up display with a full size wood, actual wood board that had their one eyed Leo dog in a metal, the metal logo on the board as a background. Great piece, amazing quality in that. Their menu, their flavor menu is amazing. It's totally different than a lot that I've seen. It's actual hardwood, aged leather for a binder, which is actually steel rivet bolted to the wood. The lettering and everything on there is imprinted in the wood and everything else like that. The presentation on it is just amazing. They have definitely taken the time and effort and quality to put into all of this to show how serious they are about their quality and level of care that they put into their product. Even with the bottles, as you see here, it is an amber glass bottle. It is a foil label, which is something that's a little different in the market today. It's not something that's commonly used. There is the logo there. I apologize for the glare. It is a dog. I believe it is Eric's dog. Did lose an eye. I believe, as the story goes, it was in a fight and lost its eye. So that is one-eyed Leo right there. So it actually is a legitimate name for that. Warning ingredients labels are on the back. The name of the flavor is underneath the logo here, and then the name of the flavor name. I'm sorry about the lighting. The name of the flavor is on the top here with the nicotine level. So they've got all the information that they need on here. They also have their website, which is oneeyeddleo.com. You can definitely go check that out and purchase their flavors off that site as well. But that is the presentation. Just really cool look, feel, everything. Just it stands out. And they do come safety sealed. I did bust this one open for the video. They all come with the plastic safety seal wrap on them as well, along with the child safety caps. Real quick, they do handcraft these in small batches just to ensure that the quality and flavor and everything about this juice is as top quality as possible. They would rather take a little bit extra time and put out the highest quality product that they can, so they make it in smaller batches to be able to devote the time and attention to it, than say like just a big manufacturing, just a factory line to where it just spits it all out, and a lot of things get overlooked. They do use U.S. pharmaceutical grade VG and PG, so they are making sure that everything is locally sourced and that it is as high quality ingredients as it is a total product at the end. On their website, they do offer the 30 ml bottles, which are these, and they retail on their site for $21.99, which is not a bad price. It is very fair for this juice. They do offer 3 nicotine levels at this point. It's a 0, a 3, and a 6. So while you may vape a higher nicotine level, I definitely would not let that deter you from trying this line. Now, as I said, I'm going to break this up into 2 videos. There's 6 flavors in this line. So I'm going to do 3 and 3, obviously, but I definitely just want to make sure that I touch base on the background information to them as well a little bit, as I just did with you folks. Now, the mix ratio, I do apologize. I will find out for sure on the next video. It is either a 70-30 or an 80-20. I know it's one of those two. I did ask them and they did tell me, and then I do apologize. I forgot to notate it into my notes for this. But it is one of those, so you're definitely going to get a good solid cloud production out of this, as well as a full body flavor off the vape. The three flavors that I tried for this video is one is Tropical Escape, Serious Cereal, and Creamy Custard. Mainly because all three of those kind of popped to me, and I wanted to try this and dive into it as quick as I could. Tropical Escape is a pineapple, mango, coconut cream. Basically, it is a very tropical style and flavor and odor. When I broke the cap and smelled it, that was the first thing I smelled. Was it basically tasted like a tropical drink. Doesn't really matter what type, really. If you've ever been to a tropical getaway, Caribbean island, something that offers like the more tropical or the more uncommon fruity tropical stuff, it definitely has that appeal to that. The pineapple and mango definitely were blended well together in that. The coconut cream I was impressed with only because a lot of flavors that I have vaped that have coconut in them, the coconut usually ends up being really strong. I don't want to say that it overpowers the flavor, but you definitely taste it in there. These guys definitely got it to where it is basically only noticeable at the end of the vape. So when they say it's got a hint of it to where it's on the exhale, that's pretty much where it stays at, which is really cool, because that to me definitely hits a tropical aspect, just because you don't commonly go down to your local beach and find coconuts. You can go to the store and get them because they have them shipped in, but most of the time that you're going to have true coconut or real coconut is when you go, outside the country. So being able to get the pineapple mango, which is a really nice mix just in general, and then having just that hit of coconut on the exhale to kind of smooth out everything else and give you that full-bodied overall flavor was definitely a nice touch. So it definitely was a pretty solid vape with that. Flavor-wise, it was definitely on point. Serious Cereal was probably the one that out of the three that I did for this video, would probably be the one that I would choose last. Not because it tasted bad, but just because it's basically a cinnamon cereal and milk. Now, the only main cinnamon cereal that I know of off the top of my head that I can think of is similar to like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But you definitely get cinnamon. Now, for me, if you've ever seen any of my videos, I'm not a huge cinnamon person. I do like it as an additive. I do like it as an accent to stuff, but I'm not a huge straight cinnamon fan. For me, the cinnamon in it was a tad bit stronger than I would have liked. However, as I've stated in my other videos, my opinion is not law. It is not the final say on anything. It is not the end all be all. It is just my opinion, my reaction to how I taste the different flavors. So whereas for me it might be a little bit much, I probably know somebody who enjoys cinnamon a lot and could vape on it and say that it's not strong enough. So everybody does have a different taste palette and preference. But as far as what it's supposed to taste like, as far as the cinnamon cereal in milk, you definitely get that creamy cereal taste in there with the cinnamon. So it's nice to see, and don't get me wrong, they're not the only person to do a cinnamon type cereal, but it is nice to see going into something a little bit different than like the fruitier loops or the crunchy berries and things like that, which is starting to become more common staple for cereal flavor just because that's what everybody likes. But it was definitely an enjoyable vape as far as just as overall general. Now the one that I'm going to do for the video to show you the clouds as well is the creamy custard. This one basically is just a mix of custard and exotic creams. And it has just a hint of vanilla on the tail end of that. Now they don't specifically state the creams and the custard itself, but obviously it's going to be a little bit better quality flavor wise than just going to like what you would expect to go to your normal store and get like a 99-cent thing of cream or just a cheap custard. So it's going to have that high quality taste and feel, but it's not going to be a specific type. Whereas you have, various types of other flavors, as far as different types of, fruits or cereal specifically. Custard is just going to have the creamy, the thicker cream style to that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this real quick. And as you can see, when I drip this, as I let gravity go, it is kind of borderline. So like I said, it's definitely a 70-30 or an 80-20. I'm going to find out for sure for the next video, and I will let you know, because I don't like misinforming people, and especially I don't like relaying false information, especially when the different companies take the time to talk to me about this, and it's basically, it becomes my my job, so to speak, to make sure that if I'm going to state the information, I need to make sure that it is accurate. So I do apologize for that, but like I said, I know for sure it's either a 70-30 or an 80-20. I will clarify that. Real quick before I vape this, I just need to know the wicking cotton that I use is Texas Tough. It is from USA_Vape Mama. It is not a pansy ass cotton ball, trust me. It's very solid cotton and it holds flavor really, really well. So definitely check out her page when you have a chance. Now, this is Creamy Custard from One Eyed Leo. I'm vaping on 60 watts. Wow. Anybody who's ever seen my videos, one of the main flavors that I lean towards is desserts. I just like the creamier vapes. I like the a little bit more heaviness to the flavor profile. I go for the higher VG just because I like the smoother feels for that. That right there, I can definitely do as an all-day vape. Absolutely, without a doubt. It is such a solid, custardy cream feel, and you don't even fully get the vanilla on every vape, which I kind of like, because vanilla is actually a strong flavor. Any recipe that has ever called for vanilla extract or anything like that in the recipe, it basically tells you to always add just a tiny bit because it is so strong. It's nice to know that it's not going to be overpowered. None of these three flavors that I've tried for this video in any way is an overpowering flavor or slam in your face too much. Now, the cinnamon was a bit strong for me in the serious cereal, but like I said, that's mainly because I'm not a huge cinnamon fan. Not because I think the flavor was bad, because I know my boss had tried that one and he had thought that it was pretty solid as well. But Creamy Custard, out of these three, I will definitely say is the one that I'm definitely leaning on. It is just a very creamy, smooth vape all the way through. Nothing overpowering, no throat kick whatsoever in any three of these flavors. The Tropical Escape out of the three had the lighter vape to it. So I would have thought that out of the three of them that the throat kick would have shown up in that one. Did not feel it at all in any of these three. Solid cloud. Wow, that is just an amazing flavor. And all three of these juices vape clean. I mean that in saying that there is no chemical aftertaste to it. There's no odd taste to where after you vape it, you're kind of questioning if there was something else to that or not. Very clean. My cotton does not get all gummed out. My coils are not all coated or anything like that. I mean, just a very clean, smooth vape. Great flavor. Clouds, as you just saw, were very, very abundant as well. Very, very impressive. since they make this, you could definitely classify this line as their like an in-house juice. Um, but by no means does that do anything negative towards it whatsoever. This, in my opinion, so far from what I've tried, especially this creamy custard, is on par with almost anything else that I've had the privilege of vaping on. Just great flavor, great clouds. Just overall presentation is amazing. So far, just in general, this is a really top quality line. Um, and even just with the tropical escape, the serious cereal, and the creamy custard, I mean, right there, there's three totally different flavor wise. You got the tropical drink type um, flavor there. You have your breakfast cereal type flavor, and then you have a dessert. So I mean, right there, they're trying to get a diverse flavor field in general. So with that, this, like I said, this is part one. I will follow up with a part two video, which will showcase the other three flavors from One Eyed Leo. But if they're anything like these three, this is definitely going to be a really solid all-day vape line. Um, One Eyed Leo, Eric and Jason, thank you guys so much for the privilege and honor of meeting you guys, getting a chance to talk to you a little bit, getting to know a little bit about the company. Um, the honor of being able to do the review on your line is amazing for me, so I'm so grateful for that. You can definitely check out their Instagram page. Definitely hit them up. Also, go to oneeyedleo.com. Tokenvaping at gmail.com. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Guys, hit me up, email, subscribe, comment, post, anything. Definitely just let me know if there's something out there that you guys want to know about, or, you know, if you've heard about something and, you know, it's not something that you have by you or whatnot. Definitely just hit me up. I will see what I can do, and I will do everything in my power possibly to help enhance a vaping experience that will benefit you in the long run, because that's what this is all about. So, One Eyed Leo, thank you guys again. I appreciate it very much. Until next time, vape on, vape strong, guys. Have a good night.